So imagine an architect getting into work and immediately sharing their most recent competition drawings with the firm across town. Imagine a pharmaceutical chemist emailing the latest breakthrough vaccines to their competitors to check and even to produce. Imagine separate competing companies of computer programmers collaborating with each other to create products for everyone to download for free. About 10 years ago, I started receiving some fairly unbelievable calls, and there have been a few over the years. They all start with, "We've heard you're good with WordPress. We've heard you're good with WordPress. Do you want to work with the Royal Navy? We've heard you're good with WordPress. Do you want to work with Stephen Fry? We've heard you're good with WordPress. Do you want to work with the Rolling Stones?" All of these invitations can be traced back to me giving away my work, giving away time and effort for other people to benefit from, but from which I gain the reputation. We've heard you're good with WordPress. So if we go back to some work I did 10, 15 years ago for a charity to create them a website. Charity work, but paid work. To build the website, I used a software product I'd started hearing about called WordPress. It was free, but I'd heard it was easy to use, and easy to use was primarily what I was interested in. Part of the work involved making this WordPress more suitable for an organization's website. For example, just in terms of the menus, we found that all the pages had to exist in all the menus. And that's not what you want. You don't want your terms and conditions links at the top of the website. You don't want privacy policies up there. It's boring. We created the capability to remove this, a fairly easy fix. And then on a whim, I published this capability on the web for free to allow others to benefit from what I'd developed. During the job, I also discovered some bugs with the WordPress code, which I needed to work around. And I found I could fix these myself and send those fixes back for other WordPress users to benefit from. My first experience of open source software. In both these ways, without thinking about it, in releasing the menu code to other people, in fixing bugs and sending in those fixes, I was contributing back to a global community. The beginning of this contribution was a key moment in my career. People using the code that I contributed. The fixes made things a fraction better. The little menu capability freely provided turned out to be very useful for many people building websites for organizations and was downloaded and used by many tens of thousands of people, which in turn led to those calls. So hi, I'm Simon Wheatley, and I'm part of the team at a company called Code for the People. I'd like to talk to you today about the way we do business, a way which was founded in those early experiences of giving stuff away and getting something back for it. We work with this WordPress I mentioned earlier. In fact, we work exclusively with WordPress, a free product. And every day I go to work at my company, I and my business partner and my colleagues spend some portion of our day working with our competitors, collaborating with our competitors, giving away our time and effort to build something bigger than any of our companies and organizations. So what is WordPress? WordPress is free, as I mentioned. It's free software. There's free documentation. There's free translations. It's collaboratively and openly developed by a global community of coders, designers, documenters, translators, meeting organizers, and flat-out enthusiasts. And then we give it away. It's a free, open-source content management system. It runs websites all over the world. WordPress is also very popular. It's used by about 20% of the top 1 million websites in the world. I'm sure you can see a name somewhere that you'll recognize. So, what is open source? Open source software is free to run. It's free to use. Open source software is free to change, to tailor to what you need it to do. And then open source software is free to distribute to others, along with any changes you've made. The free in open source software is the foundation of my business, and ultimately, the free puts bread on mine and my colleagues' tables. This free, open way of creating and distributing software is a sustainable system. Everybody gets the product, WordPress. That's the entry level. And then various companies can provide services around the product, implementation services, hosting services for websites, content translation services, and so forth. We and our competitors collaborate on the technical level, building WordPress, used for free, but we compete on a business level. Who makes the better decisions? Who gives the better advice? Who has the better reputation? Who builds the stronger relationships? So why give it away? As a company, why give our time away? Why collaborate with competitors? Why make that effort? It seems on the face of it like lunacy. We should be charging for our time. We should be selling the product. Traditional business wisdom holds that you should gather artifacts, you should gather treasures of intellectual property and hoard them to increase the success of your business. These are your library, your tools, and even your retirement fund. In open source software, everybody gets the product or products for free. Giving away code, solution to problems, is very much like handing out packaged ideas. Packages of programming code, embodying a solution to a particular problem. And ideas are a currency. We look in our business for ideas, for code which can be shared, which will be useful to others. And I believe this is a strategy which could work across many different kinds of businesses. What ideas do you have? What ideas does your business have which could become open source ideas? Because when you put your ideas out there, you will reap the rewards. Share one idea and people will think you have at least two. Share two, people will think you have four. The assumption is never that you have only the ideas you've shared, and this is reinforced the more you do share. Free open source software is a rule changer that makes giving it away sustainable. The rules move from a market looking to extract maximum value in the shortest time to one which provides a scale of costs from cheap or free DIY to involved projects which engage agencies with large budgets to achieve particular desired results. By giving the product away for free, we maximize the size of the market, the number of people using the product, using WordPress, and we allow people to get involved easily. The other companies, our competitors working in our market, are best seen as collaborators in this respect. Our goals coincide with their goals. Make the project as stable and popular and useful as possible for as long as possible. This is not to say there's no competition here at all. We're collaborating with the rest of the WordPress community to compete with other solutions addressing our market, with other ways of building websites. The imperative with open source is to improve the software, to contribute to the project, not to hoard. This provides a positive momentum which prioritizes the group over the profit of an individual entity, but which in the long term means more opportunity for everybody. I and my partner have been working in this market for at least half a decade now, through recessions, through boom periods. We're proof that companies can survive, even thrive, while apparently giving it all away. Through all of this, we have constant drivers. We want WordPress to be popular. The bigger the market, the more people there will be who want to engage us professionally. We want WordPress to be good. This supports further popularity. The classic quote, better to make a bigger pie than to grab a bigger slice of the pie. Further, if I'm relying on a product to build my business, I want to know that that product is good. If I find problems, I want the ability to fix or influence the fixing of those problems. I want to be able to help, to get my hands dirty. Because if WordPress has problems, so does my business. Luckily, with an open source project, I'm in a position to help out when that happens. We're all in on this. Everything we do is this. We really need it to succeed. And open source gives us control. So we place the emphasis on growing the project, increasing the opportunity and scope and capability of the WordPress project. Then we compete with our collaborators for the business opportunities provided. So what's happening tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm going into work and I'm figuring out how to give away more. Thank you.